If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Friday, May 6th. This is the best I've felt so far. Just made a wonderful ribeye on the cinder grill. Came out perfect. Cooked it to 130 degrees. Then I turned the sear up to 450, put it on for 2 minutes with a high sear. Put flame around the edge while I was waiting for the cinder grill to heat up to 450 degrees. Perfect every time. It's worth the wait, isn't it, Sam? Ooh, I need to go get my iPad. I want to show you guys something. My wife has adopted a family of woodpeckers over here. You can hear the mama singing in the tree there. Or as Katie says, telling the husband to come home and bring something to eat. So as I've been getting over this illness, I've been dying to really get some exercise done, but I wanted to wait until I really felt like I woke up with nothing going on. I still have a little cough left, but I said I've got to start working on getting my strength back, so I started doing some push-ups. I actually started yesterday by doing 10 push-ups in the morning, and I did 10 push-ups in the evening. And then this morning, I started off by doing 20 push-ups. And I started to think, as my body gets into better shape, I'm trying to do my exercises more properly, you know. More than properly, I'm trying to have the form that is best for my body's growth and not detriment. I had noticed, for instance, that my push-ups did not feel adequate to me, because when I would watch the video when I would watch a video of myself, my upper arm did not get perpendicular to the floor. When I was doing the push-ups, they felt like quality push-ups, but the video showed otherwise. I also noticed my neck posture was questionable. In the video I took on this morning, the 20 push-ups that I did felt like I was doing perfect form, but again, the video showed unusual neck posture that I thought I was accounting for. Granted, I did get a very full range push-up here, so that was very encouraging. I'd been watching, again, I mentioned in a previous video, Athlean X. He does a great job of breaking down the exercises, and this is something I've been trying to focus on, is just doing a few quality exercises that really make a difference for my body, as opposed to trying to pack too much in, too many numbers or whatever. I'm focused on making sure I get a good quality push-up so that I'm not wasting my time. So the thing I was a little worried about, though, is I was hearing this ticking sound in my shoulder joint, and I remembered some things about my body since I've been taking care of it. After years of neglecting it, it's odd to realize this. It's like I have to take myself into a back room and get onto myself for whoever was in charge of my body all these years, because you've really left me with a mess here. But I have a torn muscle right here in this shoulder that I'd forgotten all about, or is it this? I don't even remember. They both hurt about the same. But anyway, I have a torn muscle in whichever of these shoulders. I can't even remember which one it is. But it's whichever one allows me to droop down more. I guess it's this one over here. So it's my right side. But that's something I'd forgotten about. I remember the doctor telling me, yep, well, it's torn, and it's right around the where the ball goes into the joint there. So they told me, said they could do surgery, but it's not going to do much, and it's really kind of more dangerous to do the surgery than it is to just let it go as it is. But it's just realizing that I've neglected my body for so long. So if you're a youngster watching this, heaven forbid, I don't imagine you would be, but if you're a little younger than me, let's say, and you're not taking real good care of your body, I would say you might want to get started on that pretty quick, because it catches up with you. It really catches up with you. It's not too late if you're able to get started doing something you should be doing right now with your diet, because here I am about to turn 50. I feel the best I've felt in my life. It's all thanks to Lion Diet and me getting out there and getting exercise now that I didn't have the drive to do before Lion Diet. But Lion Diet changed the way my body was functioning, so I had the energy to want to do it. But I get occasionally people will say that, hey, I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 days and I have no energy. There is a lot of information out there about oxalates. I've spent hours during this illness watching about, and still I don't know exactly how to handle the oxalate issue when it comes to a carnivore diet, except that maybe if you've been eating a lot of vegetables, or especially if you've been doing smoothies before you started doing a diet like this, you might want to not go full force carnivore right off the bat, because apparently the oxalate dumping can be really bad. I have suspected oxalate dumping for some of my issues that came on later, but the issues are, I can tolerate them. They're just, you know, like digestive problems, but they're not as bad as what my gut was doing before I started doing this diet. Not even close. But that wasn't what I was going to show you when I brought my iPad. I wanted to talk to you about this scene. You know, knowing that my gallbladder issues are likely caused by a lack of giving myself fat back when I was younger, because I was so into all of the low fat, no fat diet stuff. I was trying to do what I could do to make my body healthier, and I was actually inadvertently killing myself. It makes me upset to know that it's because the gall sat in my gallbladder and just kind of turned into a sludge and allowed it to crystallize and all that stuff, and it's actually on this side, and caused me so many issues now. But it was just all that low fat focus and having vegetable oils on everything. It just, I think it's what has caused me to have so many troubles to this point. Anyway, this article I was reading about this scene from a television show called Fringe, it kind of got under my skin a little bit. I don't know if you've seen the show. I only looked it up because the scene is so funny, and if I'm able to include it, you'll see it here. But if not, I can still read it out loud. So here we go. Fringe mad scientist Walter Bishop goes postal over potassium bromate. The sci-fi TV show Fringe had a surreally satisfying sequence in the May 6th episode, available on Hulu.com, in which supposedly mad scientist Walter Bishop goes food shopping. Walter, who in the series spends a lot of time in alternate universes, is holding a box of Pop-Tart-like breakfast snacks when he suddenly glimpses the unpleasant parallel reality of the U.S. food system. Walter, picking up the box of toaster pastries and muttering to himself,
Toaster pastry, cornstarch, soy lecithin, potassium bromate. Potassium bromate! This supermarket is trying to kill us! You! Potassium bromate, do you know what that is?
Are you okay, sir?
It is known to induce renal cell tumors, mesotheliomas of the peritoneum.
Can I call someone for you?
Call someone, you know what you're putting into our bodies? Death! Delicious strawberry flavored death!
Okay, I'm calling security.
Yes!
Unfortunately, this isn't science fiction. Potassium bromate is a food additive, a powerful oxidizer commonly employed to improve flour, which is considered possibly carcinogenic to humans, and as such has been banned for use in food products in Europe, Canada, and most other countries, including China. It is not, however, banned in the United States, and it can indeed be found in baked goods. While potassium bromate does not seem to be an ingredient in actual Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, surprisingly, considering how many additives are in them, a quick search for toaster pastry and potassium bromate turns it up in the list for Log House All-Natural Original Zwieback Toast, the perfect family snacks that are among the healthiest snacks available today. In a twist worthy of Fringe creator J.J. Abrams himself, I found the Log House toasts on the online store for Hannaford Brothers, a New England supermarket chain made famous for its innovative use of guiding stars on food shelves to help shoppers make healthy decisions. Science fiction aside, it's simplistic and paranoid. Oh, this is the interesting little twist at the end. I don't understand what this... It's like they threw this in as a disclaimer so they wouldn't get in trouble. Science fiction aside, it's simplistic and paranoid to paint big food as an evil industry out to get us. But in the U.S., it's becoming increasingly clear as a new report from the President's Cancer Panel states that we need better regulations for possibly carcinogenic everyday chemicals. The question I can't help but ask somebody who says that is, why are more regulations the answer when the regulations are already in place? The problem is the FDA gets 3/4 of its funding from the companies who it gives approvals to for product use. So there's a strong conflict of interest with the way the FDA operates. And you can see that it's put us in a bad way. You know, I've been thinking about doing a video where I cover a lot of the ingredients that are in the different foods that we have, and the only reason I haven't is because I really don't focus a lot on foods that have ingredients lists on the package, because I usually buy fresh meat. So when I did talk about some ingredients in one of my previous videos though, and I noticed that some people were surprised that they had bought some of these products trying to eat the right diet, and yet they had the very things that I was talking about in the video. So I'm glad to talk about them if it brings awareness to people that it's not necessarily that they're trying to poison us, but there's poison in these foods, so you need to avoid them as much as you can. And when I talk to other folks who are, you know, they want their vegetables. I have a friend now that he's like, I can't even stomach the idea of getting rid of vegetables. I love my vegetables, but at the same time, he loves meat too. He's just, you know, wants to have both. And I'm not here to say dogmatically that that's what he needs to do. So that's why I've told people there's nothing conducive in fighting that everybody needs to be carnivore. But I know for me, I respond very well to it. And I wish I had known before I had my gallbladder removed that that's the way I should have been eating for my body to respond better. But because it was dogmatically said that it has to be low fat, no fat, and all of the things that we heard about during the 80s, it's left me in a bad way. And I don't want to see you be left in a bad way. I want to see you be able to thrive and be healthy and happy and enjoy life as much as possible, because there's enough tragedy out there for all of us. And if we can at least face it with a healthy body and a healthy mind, we can do a whole lot better. Well, I enjoyed my breakfast. I hope you guys enjoy yours. And soon I'll be back up to walking 3 miles a day and getting my squats back in. I really miss those. But it's nice to start off with a little bit of exercise, doing some push-ups. And I hope this encourages you, because I plan to get right back on track now that my illness is winding down. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?